this is Taylor from Studio I Do Bridals, and this is the D-Bunk'd Bride. Checking wedding dress shopping off your list last? Here's why you should reconsider and shop first. If you ask anybody who works in the world of bridal, your standard timeline for ordering a dress is 6 to 8 months for the gown to arrive, and about 3 to 4 months for alteration. Your bridal stylist will recommend purchasing your wedding dress 10 to 12 months out from your wedding date. One of the main reasons why we recommend shopping so far in advance is not only the time that it takes to get the dress in and alterations, but it's also to ensure that you have all of your possible options. You don't want to pigeonhole yourself into a smaller selection based on your timeline. You have so many other stressors going on with wedding planning that your dress should not be one of them, and it doesn't have to be. Shopping early can also help you save. By shopping in advance, you avoid rush fees on the dress and also alteration. I'm sure everyone remembers, but circa 2020, it was a time to be a bride. During the height of COVID, we experienced many delays in shipping, manufacturer issues, because sometimes these things do happen, which is why we do recommend shopping a little bit earlier, even over a year. It saves yourself the stress of the unforeseen circumstances. You're building in a buffer so that if something does happen, you don't have to stress about it. Also, if you are getting married in one of the most popular wedding months of the year, that gives you a little bit more time to ensure that you get on your tailor's schedule. Once you decide on your wedding dress, that sets the tone for the rest of your wedding, and you can plan all of your wedding aesthetic around your dress to ensure that you have chosen something that you love. It will make choosing your groom's attire, bridesmaids dresses, florals, color and decor so much easier and so much more enjoyable. There are also times when brides will opt into doing bridal portraits with their photographer prior to the wedding. Sometimes this is planned and sometimes this is a surprise. Oftentimes, bridal portraits are not planned and they are a last-minute decision. Bridal portraits are often done several months before the wedding. You want to have your gown altered and steamed and ready to go so that your photographer has the time to take the photos, schedule the session, and develop the photos for them to be present at your wedding. And while there are options for brides who have a quicker time frame and maybe don't have a 10-month or a 12-month timeline to shop for their wedding dress, there are off-the-rack stores, there are rush options, but all of that will typically cost a little bit more money in the end, being that you have rush fees or having to rush your alteration process, or if you do purchase a dress that is off the rack, there are oftentimes additional alterations that will need to be done to make it the perfect fit. And the perfect fit is exactly what we want for our brides. And I don't mean how it fits on the body, how it looks on your figure. I mean the perfect fit as in the perfect dress for you. By shopping ahead of time, you are also building room in your budget and prioritizing the number one thing that people are going to be talking about after your wedding day, and that is the dress. Your wedding dress is the first thing people will be talking about. Why would you wait to plan that for last? Thank you for watching this episode of the D-Bunk'd Bride. This is Taylor with Studio I Do Bridals.